Hello. I'm going to give it a second just to make sure it's working so everyone can see me. I don't know if there's an ad. Going to give it a hot sec. Let's see how this is going. Can you guys see me? Let me know. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's working. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. I'm working with dual screens, so sometimes you're going to see me looking over, but I just trust me. I'm paying attention. Okay, so today on the channel, we are going to be tier ranking, I guess, all of the books I read in the first quarter of 2022. It's a lot of books. And usually I would do a video like my tops and bottoms. And I was like, you know what? Let's like throw some flair. Let's have some fun. I'm going to have a good time. Mm. All right. So let's see. I'm try to share my screen so you can guys see what I'm doing. Let's see. All right. What? Okay, hold on. Well, we're just going to chat for a second because like my Google Chrome decided it doesn't know how to do this anymore. And I wish I tested this, but I don't know really how to test it. So anyways, hey guys, how you doing? Let's have a quick chat. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I might get kicked off, but I'll come right back. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I've done this before and I have shared my screen and it worked, and all of a sudden it forgot how to do it. So I had no reason to think it would not like work accurately. Let's see if I can figure this out. God damn it. Let's see. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Tell me things. Let's see. How you doing, Beth? I mean, I've been better. I've done this before. And I don't want to get kicked out of my StreamYard. Okay, I like to hear that. That's fun. Yay, your new job is great. I'm so glad. You know what? I just started a new job too. This was my first week, so lots of changes. Let's see. Mm, let's just see. Okay. Oh, things are happening. Do you hear it weird clicking? Okay. Sorry. Working it out. Okay, hold on. This is a hot mess, and I apologize. This was working before. Let's see. Dang it. Okay, let's just do share screen one more time. Let's see if this works because this is being buttly. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm going to get kicked off of this thing and I'm going to start it right back up again because this is being awful. So I hate to do that to everybody, but I might get kicked off. Just know I'm going to come right back and it's going to work again. This is just being awful. Okay. Okay, let's see if this is going to work because it's being a little butt. Okay, this might be working now. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, technology, everybody. The settings were correct. It just wanted me to restart Google Chrome because it's a little bitch. Let's see. All right, moment of truth. Ha! Hey, okay, I'm very excited. Why was it that hard? Okay, so it's working now. Let's all rank some things with me. I did the settings it told me to do. Guess what? The settings were already set correctly. My computer just being a little bitch. But anyway, let's just rank. We're gonna move past that. We're gonna rate some books. Let's do this. Okay, so let's just start at the top here. Let's start right here at the very top. We're gonna see what's going on here. So All the Feels by Olivia Dade right here. You know what? In the end, I was disappointed in this one because like it was supposed to have something that rhymes with legging in it and didn't have any, and they teased it so much, and I was very disappointed. So I'm gonna put it in. It's okay, I guess. Because it's okay, I guess. Like, like I'm not like loving it that much, but it's fine. It's fine, I suppose. Butterfly Swords by Jeannie Lin. I read that one. It is historical romance, but it's also like Tang Dynasty China. So I did appreciate reading a book that, wasn't Regency era England, because that's like always what it is. But overall, it wasn't like fantastic. So I'm going to say it was pretty average, honestly. It was pretty average. Dating Dr. Dill. Like, I'm gonna be real, I loved it. I had a good time with this one. It was so much fun. It is contemporary romance. It's like, how to explain? It's enemies to lovers. It's got tons of Indian food in it. So if you're like me and you like read a book that has like tons of Indian food in it, or any kind of food, and then you get the maddest craving for it, just be aware you are going to want Indian food so hard. And it is so fun and it's so funny and it's a good time, So yeah, Dating Dr. Dill has to go in the I'm in love section. I didn't even go over my sections. What is wrong with me? Okay, so I have I'm in love, which means obviously I'm in love. I'm in like means like I really like this. I think it's pretty darn good. Average means it's fine. And then it's okay, I guess, means it might have had some moments. And DNF is, well, DNF. There you go. Those are my rankings. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Their relationship is odd because there's not a whole lot of development put into it. Like, I'm sure there is, but it doesn't seem like that was the main point of the story. I appreciated it for what it was, but like, objectively speaking, yeah, I could have been stronger. The chemistry wasn't necessarily there. All right, Deadlock by Cherry Lynn. Like, what? It's okay. It's okay, I guess. Because it's romantic suspense and I don't really have a barometer for romantic suspense because like, okay, here's the deal. I don't read any romantic suspense really to know what makes a good one as opposed to a bad one. So I'm just kind of like hoping for the best here. But basically, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Mm. Basically, there's like a lot of plot holes. Nothing really makes sense, but the peril was decent. So like I kind of just think of it like, hey, if this is somewhat of like a shitty movie, like would I hate it? That's like my barometer for romantic suspense. So it's fine. Okay, Duchess by Day, Mistress by Night. That one is interesting. Let's see. It's by Stacy Reed, and I really, really like Stacy Reed. This one is, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be average. It's average. It could have been better. I want it to be better. It's not that good. But oh man, I should have. Oh, I've drank so much caffeine and I'm crashing already. But anyway, I'm gonna rally. So Duchess by Day, Mistress by Night. There's this lady. She is a dowager duchess. She's a widow, and it was a shitty marriage. She doesn't really want to get married again. And then she meets this guy who's not really part of the ton. He's more like, I don't know. He's like king of blackmail necessarily. He's a finder of information and things. So he does that, and he's kind of a scoundrel. And then they just have this like affair with each other, and it could be stronger in general because there's a lot of things that are just like, well, obviously this is why you don't get along in like good society because you're being an a-hole. So yeah, it could have been better, but it's average overall. Okay, this next one, the Duchess deal, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's going to be I'm in love. I reread it. I love that. I love it intensely. So it's going to be I'm in love. There's nothing really else to say about it. It is fun, phenomenal. Let's get some comments here. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. I just try to enjoy the peril, I guess, about it. Like, hey, this is this fun action, but I get it. Romance in a thriller costume. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Beth. That's a good one. I'll buy it. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Electric Idol by Katie Robert. I loved it. It was so fun. I liked it better than Neon Gods. It's Eros and or Cupid. I think no, it's Eros in the book. Eros and Psyche, and it is so fun. Loved it intensely. It is so spicy, and it's basically like a whole book around the concept of like, oh no, you messed up. You showed me human kindness. You stuck with me forever now. Like that's the basic plot of the book, and it's just fun. I had a great time with that one. It was so fun. Oh, what's this now? Oh my goodness, I love that. It's like the best kind of peer pressure. Nothing bad can really come of it. So I'm down. That's great. Um, but yeah, it's good. You know what? I've gotten so many people who don't even like romance to read that book, and they enjoyed it. It's a fan favorite. It's a classic for a reason. Well, not classic. It's classic to me. Let's see. You don't have to. I think the story might be richer if you had because they are related, but it's a different couple each book. So I think you could probably jump in and just infer things that happened in the first book. It's up to you. I think it might be better if you had read Neon Gods first, personally, but you don't have to. Yeah. I don't know which one is evil, but like I'll take your word for it. You have to be specific which one's evil. Okay, moving on over here. Um okay, so Girls Before Earls by Anna Bennett. And I think this one you know what? I'm in like with it. I really liked it. I think I had a good time with it. Anna Bennett's one of those authors that like I haven't read a lot of, but every time I read something by them, I like love it. It's fun. It's not necessarily like the most it's not the most. And like there's a lot of like historical romance authors that are incredible and like maybe I think this author might be underrated. So I definitely really enjoyed it. It's kind of enemies to lovers, but more bickering to lovers, I would say. And she runs like this school for girls and he has a ward. He's like, please take my ward. And she's like, you got to come visit. And then like romance ensues. Love. Let's see. Okay, love that. I hope you enjoy it. It's very spicy. Just a heads up. It's quite spicy. Also, hello, hello, hello. I had fun with Neon Gods. Is personally, I liked Electric Idol better. If you know, for what it's worth, I think it's pretty good. Okay, so this next one, this is a hard one because okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in. I'm in like and it's Goliath by Tochi Onyebuchi. And I'm putting it there because like I understand why it's very good. Like Tochi Onyebuchi writes like these very far out sci-fi kind of books and they're very metaphorical. They go in a lot to like the Black experience and I love them. I think they're incredible. They're really good, but like a lot of the time I don't know what's happening. It's one of those things. It's like you're watching like a really artsy movie and you're like I know this is good, but I have no idea what has happened in this book. It's like that. You're like I know it's good. I don't know what's happening, so I can't put it I'm in love, but I do think it's a very good book and it has like a lot of cool like metaphor and like the writing style is really interesting. I'm just gonna leave it in I'm in like though because like honestly I can't tell you really what it's about. Okay. I don't know. I know the next book in this series is coming out in June. So it is coming out soon and it's going to be a thruple. I think it's like a Helen of Troy thruple, I think. I don't remember. It's called Wicked Beauty. I have it pre-ordered. I'm going to read it just for smut. School. Yeah, it's cute and it's fun and I liked it. I thought it was really fun. It was a good one. Okay. I'm assuming you mean Katie Roberts. She writes a lot of monster fuckery, so to speak. So, you know, I think if you like fantasy and you want to add a bunch of smut in, that might be your best bet. Okay, so moving on, we're going to go to Eva Lee, The Good Girl's Guide to Rakes. Okay, I need to think for a second where I want to put it. No, I don't. It's gonna be I'm in like, because I didn't love it, but I certainly liked it quite a bit. I think it's a fun one. I enjoyed reading it. It's basically there's this good girl, quote unquote, and then a bad boy, and things happen, and his parents to the bad boy, they're like, "Hey, you got to get married to a respectable lady or you cut off." And he's like, "Oh shit, I don't know any respectable ladies, but I know like my friend's sister Celeste, and like she's real respectable. I'll go talk to her." He's like, "Hey, you got to introduce me to ladies, stat." And she's like, "Okay, but here's the deal. For my time, you're going to have to pay me by taking me out to all of like the bad boy spots in town. I want to see some nightlife. I want to do like bad things." So basically, good girl gone bad. Love it. And they fall in love along the way. It's very much a friends to lovers romance. And the thing with Eva Lee is like all of her books are very sex positive as well. So go for it. Beth. I love that and I love you. It's fantastic. Okay. We're going to keep moving on here. And of course, obviously, The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. We're going to go ahead and put it over here in I'm in Love. Obviously, it's a reread. So fun. This one, it's the second book of that series, and it's very much there's these two Wednesday Addams-esque children who have doll funerals every morning, and then there is a governess and like Marquess falling in love with each other. And it's very funny. It's Tessa Dare. Like obviously that's like not, and no one's gonna be fooled that I'm putting in the I'm in love category, you know? So there you go. There you go. That's why it's there. What has happened? Hold on. My screen moved. Computers, am I right? All right. Guns of the Dawn by Adrian Tchaikovsky. You know what? I really loved it. I thought it was really good. It's a good one. It is Flintlock fantasy. It's kind of like if how do I okay, it's kind of like Pride and Prejudice meets Napoleonic Wars meets Wizards. I think is the best way to describe it because there's wizards in it and there's a war and they have like guns and stuff. So it's Flintlock fantasy. And it's very much a Lizzie Darcy relationship going on there. And I just had so much fun with it. I think it's a really good one. We read it for book club. I wish everybody loved it in book club, but you know, Blades and Broad Rivers, we always try. We try every time to have a book we all like, and we're just not good at it. So we'll find out. But I really loved it. Leanna really loved it. I don't think Mara and Bethany cared for it that much, but it's a good one. It's basically there's a short beginning, a long middle, and a very quick end. And I think the pacing issue is the main thing that people are going to have an issue with because the middle is so long. But I don't care. I had a good time with it. I thought it was really fun. Let's see. Happy Endings by Thien Kim Lam. This one is just like one I heard of, I think just randomly, like new romances coming out this year. And I was like, okay, let's go watch it. And we'll watch it, go read it. And I did. I found it at a bookstore and I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to buy this. And you know what? I kind of really enjoyed it. I don't know if I want to put it in I'm in love or I'm in like, though. You know what? I'm going to put it in I'm in like for right now. And then I might change my mind. I'm allowed to. It's my tier ranking. So I'm in like happy ending. I have so much caffeine and I am crashing hardcore. Oh my God. What is wrong? I'm gonna rally. Yeah, I get it. Like it's a long middle. It drags quite a bit. I just was enjoying it so much that like I didn't care. So, you know, it is what it is. No hate for DNFing something you weren't into. Let's see. So, okay, we have happy endings is what I was talking about. Basically, it's a second chance romance. Um, what's her name? Is it Trixie? My brain is dead because of caffeine, but I think it's like Trixie and Andre, and they were in New Orleans together. They had a relationship, and he broke up with her on a post-it. And then years have gone by, and now they both ended up in Washington D.C. unbeknownst to the other. And Trixie has a business where she sells dildos. She sells sex toys, and Andre owns like a soul food, Cajun food restaurant. And basically, things happen where she ends up having a pop up at this restaurant. She doesn't know it's Andre's, and then like they're back in each other's lives. And eventually, they're like, "Oh, you know what? We had a bad past, but it's okay. This is like good for us financially. We're going to keep it strictly business." And then it becomes strictly dickly like right away. They just start banging the heck out of each other. So if you like something strictly dickly, I think it'll be good for you. Let's see. Highland Wolf by Lindsay Sands. Oh goodness. You know what? I'm gonna put it in average. I think that's a good one. Basically, it was going well for so long until it stopped going well. It's hard to explain that, but basically, God, okay. So we're reading this book, right? And it's kind of, they have this one little thing in there that could have been like a cute misunderstanding thing where the girl is like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to like sex. This is medieval Scotland. The church says like liking sex is bad, etc. And I shouldn't like sex, but however, I like sex. Oh no, I'm gonna go to hell because my husband can dick me down proper. Well, fuck, it's one of those, and it's kind of a cute thing. And she gets a talking to, and they're like, hey, you also like made vows to honor your husband, and if your husband like wants you to enjoy it, you're just following orders. You can't go to hell for that. And she's like, I like how you think, and like that would have been cute if they left it there. I'd be like, okay, cool, great. However, that conversation becomes like the crux of the story for other reasons. Like it leads into the villain. And I was just like, we're going to focus on that shit the whole time? Like, oh my God. So yeah, not the best. It could have been good. And then they just dug into the things that were not good. So yeah, it's unfortunate. History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. Yeah, DNF that one. I DNF the heck out of it. It's unfortunate, but there you go. There you go. It's what it is. I really tried to like it. It's like a mystery kind of story. It sounds really, really good. It's got like what is it? Like spooky cult in the woods vibe. So I'm like, okay, love that idea. I'm down for that. However, I think it's just a thing with Shay Earnshaw's writing and my reading styles. They're just not going to mesh because I read another book by Shay Earnshaw and I DNF'd it too for the same reason I DNF'd this one. So I'm like, it's just how it is. But basically, Shay Earnshaw will start writing about something really interesting and get into it. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And then she'll just stop writing about it and go write about something else that no one cares about. And it's like, why you were doing so well. And then you stopped doing the thing that was good. And there you go. It doesn't match for my reading and writing. Okay. House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. Here you go. I'm going to put it in average and I might change my mind, but there you go. I've read a lot of books by Sarah J. Maas. Like I've read like 16, I think, books by her. This is the 16th, and I liked 15 of them. So, the batting average is still pretty good here. But like, I don't know why House of Sky and Breath just like I hit a wall with where like I could not suspend disbelief, which is crazy. It's like a city full of like all of the paranormal creatures you could want. There's werewolves and vampires and fae and angels and all kinds of like paranormal things. And yet I could not get over things in that book. Like basically they eat so much pizza and they call it pizza. I'm not saying that they can't have cracked the code of pizza in this fantasy world. It's not hard. It's sauce, cheese, and bread. You could make that. But like, why are they calling it pizza? Because this is a fantasy world and Italy doesn't exist. So why would you call it pizza? And like I couldn't get over it. And it's stupid, I know, but like I lost my shit. I could not get over it. Let's give some comments. Yeah. Uh, the other side of that though is like I'm not always reading like historical romances for a lot of accuracy. I know there are a lot of accuracy readers out there. Personally, I'm a modern lady and I want to read about, something fun. I want to see a sassy heroine and like a grumpy duke just bang the bejesus out of each other. That's what I want. That's what I'm here for. I don't care about like tea customs or whatever, little minutia of the day was. I'm not rating it for that, but like I get it. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yay! Peer pressure. Nice. Angelari, tell me what kind of I've been calling them contemporary fantasy lately rather than urban fantasy. But what are you reading right now? Let us know in the comments. Some people really loved it. I was just like baffled for so much of the book. And like, why? Anyway, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on from House of Sky and Breath. We're gonna move on. Iron Widow by Jiren J. Zhao. This one is easy. This is a I'm in love. It is so phenomenal. It's really hypey, so I was nervous that I was like, am I gonna enjoy this? I don't know. But guess what? Loved it to bits. It is fully worth all of the hype ever. It is incredible. I love it. So it's kind of sci-fi, not necessarily in the future, I would say. I think it's more of like a different reality. And it has a lot of stuff based on traditional like Chinese culture. There is a lot of like body horror elements, I would say. So if you're sensitive to that, maybe check the triggers. But like there's foot binding in it, for example, which is horrific. And our main character, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name right now. I'll think of it. Our main character, our heroine, she had her feet bound, so she's actually now disabled. She's actually in a wheelchair for a lot of the book because she can't walk. So there's disability rep. There is a lot of fighting the patriarchy because there's a lot of like misogyny in this, and also giant mecha suits fighting, aliens. So there's that too. So you have like a political like strife, you have misogyny, you have body horror, and then you have giant mecha suits. So there's a lot going on here, and I really did enjoy it. Oh, and I forgot to mention the thruple. There's a thruple. Just letting you guys know, like I was reading the book and I was like, is there going to be a thruple? I didn't get my hopes up. I didn't want to be disappointed. And guess what? There's a thruple. Love. So excited about that. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, what I'm in love with. Okay, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Oh my goodness. Okay, where am I going to put this? Okay, let me think. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to put it in love, but I might change my mind. I'm feeling generous at the moment. I really did enjoy it. I had a good time with it. It is a classic for a reason. I get the hype around it, but a lot of times I'm just like, maybe I'm just have loose morals. And like Jane Eyre just kept choosing misery when she didn't have to. She could have gone and lived in a mansion in Paris and decided not to. Girl, check your priorities. But I did enjoy reading it. It was a good time. I full on went on a journey with it. Let's see. Okay. right. I don't think I've heard of it, but awesome. Thank you for the rec. I'll have to check that one out. Mm. Okay, let's keep moving on. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, you know what? I have heard of this one. I did hear about that one. Okay. I did hear about that one. Yeah, Demon Summoning, yeah. I did hear about that one. I did want to read it. I haven't read it yet, so I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Okay, How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days. Like, frankly, okay, I didn't actually DNF it, but I wish I had. So I'm going to put it in DNF. It's bad. I'm sorry. It is. I read the whole thing because this was like a redemption book for this author because I read another book by this author called Real Men Knit. I DNF'd it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's just that book. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to hope for the best because I want to like this author. And I wish I DNF'd this. I read the whole thing just to try. I just wanted to try. Honestly, I wish I DNF'd it. It was no bueno. Not fun. It's a stupid concept. Frankly, I didn't want them to get together. She is an idiot. She is in her 40s, like 40s. And girl, how'd you get this far in life? She goes off to basically try to stop Keanu Reeves from getting married in 90 days because she's in love with him. And I'm like, you are in your 40s. What? If she was like 24, I could be like, all right, I get this behavior, but in your 40s, it's like, no, I'm not going to put up with that anymore. You need to move on. Let's see. Kill the Queen by Jennifer Estep. I don't know. I'm going to put it in I'm in like, because here's the thing. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. It was a fun time, but like technically speaking, it's pretty generic. So it's just like, it's just for fun. You know what? It's a fun ride. It's a fantasy romance. There's this girl, Evie. She is kind of like a nobody in the royal family. And then one day, all of the royal family gets killed. So she has to run for her life. And like her evil cousin has got the throne. And like she's the one who did the killing. And she runs away to like, you know, not get killed. And she joins like a gladiator troupe. And then eventually she has to, quote, kill the queen, as the title suggests. So, you know, it's pretty generic fantasy romance, but it's fun. I had a good time with it, you know? Yeah, you heard me right. She's in her 40s doing that bullshit. Yeah, right? It doesn't make any sense. And then like the guy, this is still How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days. This little guy right here. Yeah, and he's like been her friend for a really long time and he's like in love with her and she gives him like the barest scraps of attention and his whole thing is like, well, at least I get something. Even I'll take the scraps. I don't care. At least as long as she's like around. And I was like, son, you could do better. Like, don't. If I, why would you root for them to be together at all? Like, this is a terrible relationship. Oh my God. So I can't. Yeah, no, not good. Yeah, it was weird. And then they're both like in their 40s. And I was like, you've been waiting this long for this girl who sucks? Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Yay! That's awesome. People sharing books in the comments. Love it. Okay, so let's go on. Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. I will put this in I'm in love because it's very good. However, these books suck the life out of me, if I'm being honest. Yeah, suck the life out of my soul. There is, okay, here's the deal. They're so long and they're so emotionally intense the whole time that like it takes me so long to read them. And I still have two more books in this series and I'm like been like dragging my feet to get to them because I do want to read them. Like I said, they're very good and they're very scary. Like these are YA, but I'm like, I don't know if they're YA. They're pretty gruesome, like violently gruesome. And they're so emotionally draining because these characters are all fucked up and it's like the roaring 20s in New York, and there's basically these kids and like young adults named the Diviners. Basically, they all have some type of mystical ability, and they have to like save the world from like threats. And they're all kind of fucked up people. Like none of them have like good backstories. They have very dark backstories. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of like family issues, and it's just so draining. Oh my gosh. But Lair of Dreams like took things up a notch because it let just the real world be terrifying, because like the 20s was full of some crazy shit. Like, oh my gosh. Like eugenics was a big thing, and they just let that be in the book to like, hey, this was real. Isn't that horrifying? I know we're dealing with like dream demons, but now there's also eugenics. So it doubled down on the horror aspect. So it's very good. It's just, it drains my soul away. Mm. See, but here's the thing. Following a rock band in your mid 30s, you can do that. She's literally trying to stop Keanu Reeves from getting married to someone else because she's in love with him. Right? Just following a band because you like them is fine. Like, that's fine behavior. This was like insane behavior. Yeah. You know, I haven't read Always. I think I might have it, but I haven't read it yet. But yeah, they're very much right by number. Lindsay Sands, it's fine. I don't mind that, but yeah, they're all kind of all the same. Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. Out of my wheelhouse. This was kind of an out of my comfort zone read, but I did enjoy it quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know. Screw it. Okay. I'll put in love. Why not? I can love a lot of things. I'm allowed. It's very good. It's actually like a sci-fi noir story. And here's the thing. I enjoyed it. What? I know I don't like noir, and I don't necessarily gravitate towards sci-fi a lot, but like I was way into this. It has like different perspectives. There's like a I don't know, he's like former military, and he like runs a mining ship captain guy. Like he's one of the main ones. And there's also this like gumshoe detective who's like trying to find the dame who's in trouble. And in space zombies. Yeah, it goes space zombies real quick. And it's like you're not expecting space zombies, and there are. But yeah, very good. I was surprised that I enjoyed it as much as I did. So yeah, it's getting in there. Okay. I know I'm putting so many things in Love It. I know. But Love and Other Disasters by Anita Baker. Right? Who wrote that? I don't know. It's cut off. Oh God, who wrote it? Oh no. Hold on. Anita Kelly. There you go. Anita Kelly. Um I liked it a lot. I thought it was really cute. And I've seen like kind of up and down reviews for it. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. It's like it's kind of just all about things I like though. It's a queer romance. It is these people who are contestants on a cooking show. I love cooking competition shows like intensely. I love them. So I'm way into that. Love it to bits. Love. So it has that, and then it has a non-binary main character, and there's this female main character. I don't remember their names right now. I'm sorry. London is one of them. London is a non-binary character, and they are just kind of meeting, and they kind of become friends, and they kind of become flirty, and then they kind of get together, and it kind of, you know what, remarkably smutty. Like I wasn't sure how smutty it was going to be with a non-binary lead character. Not that non-binary people aren't sexual. It's just I didn't know how much talk of like genitalia was going to happen in the book, because, you know, being respectful to this person's gender, genitalia tends to be kind of gendered. So I didn't know how, like, you know, explicit it was going to get, but it gets kind of spicy. And I was like, okay, I'm into this. Loved it. I thought it was really, really cute. It's a fun book, and it has just like cool romance. It has a lot of cooking in it. It has like things I like, so I had a good time. Let's see here. I love Illuminae. It's so good. I'm glad you did it. If you didn't read it with the audio, I highly recommend. It is a full cast with sound effects and everything. They're incredible audiobooks, and the books are so visual. Full immersion, listen while reading. You will not be disappointed. Okay. Which is the next one you're on? Because I've read the first two. I need to read book 3. Oh God. Okay, I have to read it someday. It drains me to read them. Okay. Nice. Well, that's good. It's a fun book. It was like really up and down for reviews. Some people really liked it, some people didn't. So I don't know. I fall in the like category. Well, love category because I put it up there. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Let's see. Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Not the Witch You Wed. Moving on. I know I wasn't gonna do this. I'm moving on. Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher is gonna go in average because like it was fine. It was good. It wasn't anything particularly like wow, I am impressed with it. It was kind of just like okay, it's whatever. So there you go. Not the Witch You Wed. It's fine. It's whatever. There you go. It's basically there is a witch and a werewolf, and they kind of fake date each other for reasons. And they had a past together, so it's kind of a second chance romance, a little bit of enemies to lovers romance, and they have to fake date. So it has a lot of things that I'm into. I love werewolves, I love fake dating, I love all that. But like I don't know, it just felt a little bland, I would say. But like they did a good job of setting up side characters that I'd be really, really interested in. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try out the next book depending who the couple is. We'll see. The Perks of Loving a Wallflower by Erica Ridley. Again, I'm going to put it in average. Like I enjoyed it, but like I wasn't obsessed with it. It's kind of like in that weird in between space because I liked it. I liked it. Nah, you know what? I liked it. Whatever. I'm going to be generous. I enjoyed it. It could have been better, but I think it was pretty solid. So that is a FF kind of Regency era romance. This one has like an art heist in it. Well, not really an art heist. There's like a heist in it. They have to basically prove that this guy is taking credit for this woman's work, and they have to kind of ruin him. And there's this whole like family of like misfit orphans. They got adopted into the same family, and they all kind of are into weird stuff. Like some of them are art thieves, some of them are doing stuff. I forget the name of the character in this book, but she's one of those family of misfits, and well, I'm using the word she loosely because I feel like she's a bit gender fluid. I don't think they're non-binary character. I think just gender fluid character. But lots of disguises, like weird disguises, and a big heist. And it's kind of a cool romance. I thought it was pretty sweet, and it was good. It was good. It was fine. I liked it. Protect the Prince by Jennifer Estep. That is the next book in that Kill the Queen series. I liked it too. I'm going to put them next to each other. It was a good time, they're fully satisfying like my fantasy romance craving, but like are they amazing? No, they're not amazing, but like they're fun. This book got a little annoying though because like there still hadn't been any smut in it. There was no smut in book 1. Like I think 80% at least through book 2 they finally had one smutty scene, and then that's it. And I was like, oh my gosh, just kiss already. I'm going to throw you in a closet and not let you out until you start mating. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. It was like a lot. But they did it finally. And I am excited to read like the last book of the series. I want to see how it all shakes out in the end. Like, what's going to happen? I'm in it. I'm in it this far. I'm 2/3 of the way through the series. I'm going to finish it off. And it was fun. It satisfies like my fantasy romance craving. Real Easy by Marie Rukowski. Unfortunately, I DNF'd. It is not the best. Well, not the best for me, but I will specify this that it's probably good for other people. Just I wasn't into it, but it is it's like a 90s early 2000s era, so it's a little in the past, and it takes place primarily at a strip club. And basically, it's a murder kidnapping mystery. So someone is preying on women, and they have to like solve who's doing it, and involving some of the dancers or spicy gymnasts, whatever you want to call them, who work at this club. And there they are, and it's basically just seeing characters you like just not have a good day, and it's like unfortunate how much I didn't like it. I didn't even read a lot of it. I was just like, "Oh my god, am I going to read this whole book and just like be miserable thinking about like characters I really like getting horribly murdered on page? Like I can't." So, I did DNF it. You know, it is what it is. I've been seeing a lot of comments come in. Hold on, let me catch up on these. Okay. I don't know which one that was, but I believe you. Oh, to each other? Are they married to each other? Obviously. I love that if they are. That's cute. No, I read Little Women back in December, and I like read maybe like 30 pages more in February, saying like, can I just read a little bit more? And then I decided no, I'm not going to do that. So I just read like a little bit of that book, and I still DNF'd, but it was already a DNF in December. This was just me trying to like push myself. So yeah, I'm not putting it in this category because I had already read it technically and DNF'd it in 2021. So you're not wrong. I did DNF it. You're right. I did read a little bit of it in 2022, but it had already been DNF'd. And you know what? Let's just do this while we're doing DNFs. You know what? I DNF'd The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern too. I DNF'd it. I know. And like so many people love it, but frankly, like the writing style, I just could not get into. And it was just so far into like lyrical, whimsical fantasy that I was like, oh my God, you need to just tell a story. I don't give a shit about all your whimsy. It was like so much. And I had read like 100 pages of it, and I still didn't know what was going on. It was all non-linear, and it was just weird. And like I get why it's good. Like there were a few lines in there that I thought were really well written, but I was just like, I can't do this for another 300 pages. I just couldn't do it to myself. So like I gave up on it. I know. I am also ashamed of myself. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes you just know right away. You're just like, you know what? This is not for me. Not for me. I'm just going to do all the ones that I obviously know where are going. I don't even have to think about. Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. Obviously, it's going to be in the love category. I reread all of those in January because I was having a rough time in life. I was quitting my last job in January. I was worried about things, and I had just read Layer of Dreams right here, which sucked the life out of me. So I read all of these back to back, like in the course of like 3 or 4 days. Loved it. Fully like recharged my batteries. So they're always going to be in the love section. Eventually, we'll get the next book in it. I don't know. Amazon said 2024, and I was very unhappy about that, but we'll see if that's a lie. Hopefully, it is. All right. The Earl in My Bed by Stacy Reid. I'm gonna put that in average as well, because that is the next book in that series by Stacy Reid. The first one was Duchess by Day, Mistress by Night. The Earl in My Bed is it's not a sequel. It's kind of just another book in the same universe, but also just not as good. Frankly, I don't even really remember what happened in it. Oh wait, yeah, I do. So it was like a couple, they got married because of blackmail. Like she didn't do it. It wasn't her fault. There was blackmail, but like he like treated her poorly. And then like he hasn't been around for years and she's tired of hearing about him like humping everybody in town. She's like, I want a divorce. I don't care if it ruins me in society. I'm getting a divorce. And he's like, but like, no. So it's one of those. And I don't feel like he groveled enough. So it's fine, I guess, you know? Let's see. True. Yeah, it's not her best series. The series is coming out right now. I think there's gonna be more books in it. That one is really good. The one that's My Daring Duke and Her Wicked Marquess. Love those. Those are fantastic. And then I forget the name of the third one that just came out this year. But yeah, so good. Loved them all. Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins. Worst Duke in the World. Okay, Worst Duke in the World is going to be, it's okay, I guess. Like it has its moments where it's cute. And I think it's good for people who really don't want like a super spicy romance. You want something that's kind of more mild. This would be it for you. There's really no on page smut in it. I know. I read that whole book and they didn't bang each other once on page. I was very upset about it. However, like the reason for it does make some type of sense. Basically, they're kind of both like awkward non-virgins. Like she's not a virgin, he's not a virgin. However, he's only ever been with his wife and it was not a good marriage. They hated each other and they have a son, but he was just like, hey, like, you know, we both just wanted it to be over as quickly as possible. So I don't think anyone was enjoying it. And he's only done it with her probably a few times. So they got pregnant and then they stopped. And she had been with one dude like one time. So like they're both very inexperienced sexually. So it kind of makes sense why they're both so awkward all the time, which is kind of endearing. It's cute. There's so much weird banter in there and trying to flirt with each other, but being really awkward about it. So that's the okay part, I guess. The rest of it, it's like, it's not that strong of a book, frankly. It's just, it's not killing it, but it's fine. It's okay, I guess. Rebecca. Oh God. Okay. It's going to be okay, I guess. It's okay. Frankly, it's just watching this poor girl have spiraling panic attacks for like 400 pages, just all the time. Panic all the time. Just a lot of everyone needs therapy in this book. It's just crazy. And like it was fine. I didn't really enjoy it all that much. It is what it is, you know? Singles Table, I'm gonna say it's pretty average, honestly. It is a rom-com, essentially. In this world, there is, well, this world, it's our world, it's a contemporary romance. So there's this woman and she is she's a lawyer and she's kind of obsessed with celebrity. She wants to do like I don't know, like celebrity law. I forget what it's called right now, like movie law. And there's this guy and he's like a security guy. He used to be in the army and stuff. And they kind of, it's kind of an enemies to lovers type of romance. And basically she's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm a matchmaker. It's what I do. I'm really good at it. I'm going to find you a lady. And he's like, all right, I guess. And then, you know, wouldn't you know, they get together. And overall, it's kind of average. It's not the best. There was like some cool like intrigue plots that they just didn't focus on at all. Cause like, I don't think the author had the acumen to do it. So it just kind of floundered, but it's fine. It's average. It was okay. Okay. Last two books. Oh God, where am I going to put them? Okay. Murder on the Orient Express. Okay. You know, I'm just going to put it, I'm in like, because like it's a good, I get it, it's a complex mystery novel, I get why it's a classic. However, oh my word, is it racist? Like I didn't talk about a lot of the racism in it in my drunk classics because frankly I had been drinking and I was not in the right mind to get in a complex conversation. But you're like, oh boy, it's just a lot. Like a lot. Yeah. So yeah, you know, like I get it. I get why it's a good mystery. I think it's well crafted. I get why Agatha Christie's good at what she does. It's just like there are some issues in it. So I'm just gonna put I'm in like, there you go, objectively speaking. Last up, Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins. So I don't know. Like, I think it's better than average, but like it would be like right here, you know, like in between the two. But I'll just put it, I'll round up always like I do and put it, I'm in like, there you go. Beverly Jenkins, Wild Rain. This is a Western, like the Wild West. I think they're in like Wyoming, somewhere around there, Wyoming. And we have a female rancher and a bookish reporter from the East Coast. He comes out there to interview her brother, who's like a doctor. And then they meet and they kind of have like a romance with each other. And it's very like rough and tumble rancher life and everything. And that's kind of a cool thing about Beverly Jenkins. They are actually kind of educational because like she puts so much effort into learning everything about the time period and really like focusing on that and like getting really in depth. So this is one that like I didn't pick it up for historical accuracy, but like the author's like effort shows in it. So yeah, love that. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I do have Death on the Nile because I do want to read another book by Agatha Christie. Knowing like that's just kind of how people talked in that time period. It's not right then either. It was still wrong to do it then. Like, you know, but I want to read it, but like I'm just expecting there's going to be some like, oh gosh, language in it, like, oh, cringe. Okay. There you go. This is my full ranking. I can like now close rank, see if I want to move anything, but I think I was pretty picky along the way as it was. So here you go. Quarter one. Overall, as you can see, I loved more books than anything else. So far, so good. Love and like the biggest sections. I love to see that. It'd be awful if it was DNF or okay, I guess. If it was down here, having the biggest sections, that would have been a rough 3 months. But overall, I think I read a lot of books that were pretty good. Only a few that were like, yeah, these ones are not like terrible. They're okay. It's okay, I guess. And then these ones, gosh, like technically this one, if I'm being like really picky, would end up here because I technically did read it all, but like, yeah, it's not good. I wish I did DNF it, so it's getting an honorary DNF. Oh, yay. I love Beverly Jenkins. I got to meet her once in the before times, before the pandemic. I got to meet her once. She's so funny and so like charming in person. She's a great author. I like her a lot. Yeah, so this was it. This is my official tier ranking. I had fun doing it. It's kind of fun talking about all the books and like I did it in about an hour. So like look at me killing it. I think I'll probably do this for my next quarter as well because I think it's a little bit more fun than just doing a video talking about just tops and bottoms. I'm like, let's talk about all of them. Let's talk some shit. Why not? Yay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, what am I drinking? My boyfriend put it in a koozie, but it's just a Coca-Cola. I know. I'm putting even more like caffeine in my body because I had so much caffeine and I was crashing. And like frankly, it's not helping. I'm having it. But it's a little Star Wars koozie. So it says you underestimate the power of the dark side is a Star Wars one. So yeah, he's cute. He put it in a koozie for me. He's a good guy. So while we're all here, hey, what's up? What's everybody reading right now? Are you reading anything really cool? Are you hold on. All right, so this is my ranking. I'm gonna close it out unless you guys want to look at it. I'll leave it up. Why not? I went through so much trouble getting it to work in the first place. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah. So what's everyone reading right now? Currently, I'll let you guys know what I'm reading right now because it's right behind me. I have like 30 pages left of The Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller. So this is what I'm currently reading at the moment. I have like 30 pages left and I'm going to start something else, but it's pretty good. I'm having a good time with it. It's a little hard to understand at points, but this is just a scoop, a scoop for the future because I don't know exactly what my review will be because I still have 30 pages left. It could screw something up. Who knows? Oh, you did the Dolly Parton book. I love Dolly. You know what? Dolly Parton is like a celebrity that like no one has problems with. Ask anybody. Like, do you hate Dolly Parton? No one would say yes because who hates Dolly Parton? Dolly Parton's great. Okay, I don't think I've heard of that one, but I'm glad that you're reading. Obviously, it's a book you like, so congrats. I wish I reread more books than I do. Like it was like crazy that I even reread anything by Tessa Dare because like I never have time to reread. There's always so many books coming out. But there we go. So I reread something. I'm currently reading The Bone Orchard. What else have I been reading lately? I read Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. And I read Jade City by Fonda Lee and The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. That's what I've read so far this month. So those will be in my review. You guys are getting the scoop because you're here at the live show. That's what I was reading. Okay, nice. Love that. Okay. Nice. I've heard of it, but I have not read it yet. It is Ramadan right now, right? Yeah, it's Ramadan this month. And yeah, there you go. I'm just wiggling things for the sake of it. Yay. I love her Wicked Marquess. It's so fun. I mean, let's be real. Like I liked it. Okay, there you go. I think some people like weren't the biggest fans of it, but like I liked it. It had like kind of Monte Cristo vibes. It had spice. It had a friends to lovers romance. I was really into a lot of it. Yay. Okay. Love Stacy Reid. Stacy Reid is like a relatively new author for me. I think I just found her books last year. Really into them, like them. I think the newer books are probably better than some of the older stuff, but it's kind of how things go usually. But yeah, Stacy Reid has been a fun new author. What am I gonna read next? I think I'm gonna read Sweet Hand by Angie Peltier next. Which, like, by the way, at a different live show, we were talking about like foodie romances, and everybody like went crazy recommending Sweet Hand to me. And then one of my subscribers sent it to me as a gift, and I was like, oh my god. So it was really sweet, and I'm very excited to read it. It's like foodie romance. It's gonna be fun. I'm like, fingers crossed I love it because like what if I don't? Like that's like in the back of my head, I'm like, oh god, what if I don't like it? The pressure is on, but I am excited. I think it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna read next. And I don't know, my reading schedule is a little all over the place at the moment because I just started a new job on Monday last week, a few days ago, Monday, I started a new job that I'm excited about. I think it's gonna be good. It's a new foray because the last job I had to leave, it was just not a good environment. It was toxic as AF, and I left, and I'm happy about it. And I'm starting a new place that's not toxic. So good things on the horizon, more reading to do. It's kind of unfortunate that I picked like, you know what, I'm gonna be real ambitious with my April TBR list and pick all these chunky books. And then I got a new job. So I'm still like working out my new revised reading schedule. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know, it's fun. And yeah, what else is coming out on the channel soon? On Wednesday, when I see you guys next, I believe I have a book haul coming out because I got so many books lately from like the publisher. So it was a whole thing. So I have a little book haul coming for you. Next Saturday, I'm going live again, and I'm going to have a special co-host. It's going to be Charles from Books on Stereo. We're going to be talking about something. Neither of us can pick a category yet. So, hey, commenters, people watching the live show, let me know in the comments what's a topic you would love for me and a guest to discuss on a live show. Tell me what you want. There are some categories that I have down, but I don't know if they're not the right category yet. We'll see. There's a certain element of like, I think this is a good person to talk about this with, and then some people aren't best suited for some things. So let me know in the comments, what should I talk about? Next Saturday is another live show. Okay. I love that, but the thing is I listen to pretty much everything as an audiobook, so it's like I can't. Like it's hard to pare it down because like all of them are. So I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to pick any, but like I just listen for the bookish content, and usually I'm like acting it out in my brain anyway. So it's hard for me to like focus on that, if that makes any sense. My brain is weird. But yeah, so audiobooks is like an interesting topic. Charles would be great for audiobooks. Charles listens to a lot of audiobooks as well. Like I was thinking it'd be cool if he played a game, maybe like a romance trivia game. So I don't know, but I couldn't find any. Like if you guys know about any like trivia games or something, let me know. And I think it might be fun to play a game with a guest. I don't know. I have been thinking. Yeah. When you listen to everything on audiobook, it's kind of hard to like narrow it down. I should pay attention more considering that's like my preferred medium, but I'm just listening to it. I think games will be fun too. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, does anyone else have any more comments? I'm going to start wrapping up because we've been going for a little over an hour now. I don't want to waste everybody's Saturday, or there's our international people. So if it's a different day for you, I don't want to waste that one either. I don't know. Some people might be in the next day already. We'll see. But yeah, this is my official ranking. I kind of had fun doing it. I think I'll do it again for quarter 2. Okay, that could be cool. I like that. Okay. I think Charles would probably beat me though. Mainly just because like he reads a lot more than I do. He reads more romances than me. He'll probably get it. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think it's really fun. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining me, having like a good time talking books, drinking drinks. Usually I'd have wine, but like frankly, we had an office party last night and I drank too much wine. So like just caffeine today is what I'm doing for me. So yes, that's where we are today. Yeah, and of course, if you guys are going to watch the playback, just let me know in the comments anything you think would be a cool live show idea. I'd love to do things that you guys are into as well. And yeah, let's see. Okay, here we are. I'm back, full screen, everybody. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. I had so much fun. It was a good time, and I got to rank all of my videos. It was a good time, like just talking books with everybody. Let's see. You know, girl same or person same. Sorry, I don't want to assume genders, but yeah, no, brain, so much caffeine is just bonkers right now. Anyways, good luck reading whatever you're reading right now. I think I'll probably go finish Bone Orchard since I only have like a few pages left. I'll go finish this, and then I don't know, maybe I'll just relax. I don't usually relax all that much, and I need to do more of that. So yeah, I'm excited. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was so fun. And you'll see me again live next Saturday with a guest. It's going to be really fun, and I'll see you guys there. All right. Bye.